So even though pretty much every major release for the rest of the year has been delayed indefinitely, that's still not going to stop people from giving their opinions on these movies, so we're going to stop and take a look at some reviews of movies that haven't even come out yet. So let's get into it. Hello friends, and welcome back to the Brockopp side, a place for those who live talking by movies. If you like to fall into one of those categories, hit that subscribe button down below. But anyway, yeah, if you couldn't tell, pretty much every major movie release after like February got either pushed back to like later this year or completely into next year or just completely delayed indefinitely. We were supposed to have many highly anticipated movies by now, but sadly we did not. But that's still not going to stop people from going online and giving their opinions on these various movies. Let's just go through a small pile of upcoming movies and see what the general public has to say about it. So we're gonna kick things off here with the SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, the third theatrically released SpongeBob movie that's not even gonna be in theaters anymore. It's gonna go straight to VOD in 2021. And so Google users say that 85% of people like the movie, okay. And it looks like it's got an audience rating summary of 4.8 stars out of 5. So the first one here comes from Little Soda YT, and he writes, I have not seen it yet, looks amazing. I put these 5 stars, Thai support Nickelodeon staff and SpongeBob staff. Thank you for the whole team for making this movie, and thank you, Tom Kenny, for your amazing funny voices. I'm Rayan, also Nickelodeon. How can I watch this movie? Question mark, question mark. Thank you. I wish you the best of luck. From Ryan, SpongeBob, Nickelodeon. Okay. Obviously, this guy's a little bit on the young side, so he's probably just, maybe a little confused where the movie's gonna come out and things like that. So, we can't knock him a whole lot, but there's like a couple things here and there where it's like, you really could work on your grammar just a smidge, not trying to be mean or anything, just a little bit of constructive criticism, like, tie support. Unless you're talking about like ropes to tie things for support or something like that, that's really not the way to use that. And also, I don't know why you put thank and you together as one, but you know what? He says it looks amazing and he gives it a 5-star review, so maybe he'll be right. I guess we're not going to find out until about next year, though. So the next one here comes from Gene Martinez, who also gives it 5-star rating and says, this movie's so incredible, SpongeBob movie 1 and Heart SpongeBob movie 2, and now number 3, I am the huge fan of SpongeBob. When I was a kid, I heart Nickelodeon shows like Doug, Rugrats, The Ran, and Stimpy, Hey Arnold, and Invader Zim, Wild Thornberry's Cat Dog, Cat Scratch, Danny Phantom, and more, camera, spongy thing, television. And 2 people found it helpful too. You're not really giving me any specifics about why it's amazing, but you know what? I appreciate the enthusiasm. Grammar could use a little work though, but you're gonna notice I'm probably gonna point out grammar a lot in this video because, well, English was my best subject in high school, and I tutor college English part-time, so it's kind of in my DNA. And then we got this one here from Leah Raymond, which says, I love the trailer. Nobody's actually seen the movie, so it's funny and people are saying it's amazing. Thank you, Leah. At least somebody's honest around here. Ned Bailey gives it 1 star and writes, I love this movie. I have never seen this one before in lockdown, but it seems nice to see how it is. XX. So, you love the movie, but you've never seen it. And you're in lockdown, it seems nice to see how it is, XX. And you gave it 1 star, so do you, So we're gonna change things up here and go to Ghostbusters Afterlife, aka Ghostbusters 3. This was supposed to come out July 10th a couple of weeks ago, but then of course it got delayed because of everything that's going on in the world right now, which is a real bummer because I personally was really looking forward to that movie for various reasons, but yeah, let's see what the people have to say about it. Oh, yikes, okay, so, says only 78% of users like this movie, so they like this a little bit less than SpongeBob. That's, not a good sign, and it's got a 5.9 out of 10 on IMDb. So there's IMDb reviews for this movie already? Okay, well, let's check that out, why don't we? And, okay, this is, definitely not the same Ghostbusters movie. It is Ghostbusters 3, but it's a short from 2012, directed by a guy named Sam Macaroni. That is the greatest freaking name ever. So let's move on to reviews for Black Widow, a character who, after being in the MCU for like 10 solid years and finally getting killed off in Avengers Endgame, finally gets her own solo movie and just had to come out in a year where the whole world went to poopy. Okay, so 85% of people like this movie, so it's got a better rating than both SpongeBob and Ghostbusters, so that's a pretty good sign. 4.8 out of 5. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these reviews. Let's see, from Samyar Amahramadi. Finally, Black Widow didn't have a story, now she does. What the hell, Tony Stark? Well, what the weird thing is she was hired as Steve Rogers' friend or some, but well, really fun movie. I liked the action of the film, kind of bloody pictures, kind of thriller, but had a good story. No mistakes, no problems, just go, girl! You were awesome, I loved your act. I'm sad that Steve wasn't there, but good thing is that she finally came to the Black Queen as came. I love film, but still that weird thing in my head says it's a mistake that Tony Stark is her friend, or anything but awesome act and no mistakes. And thanks Marvel for making this film. I review a 5 out of 5 because really Marvel, how do you do this? I know we have different apps or stuff, but that film is never forgotten. Love you Marvel, but not because of Marvel, of the action, very awesome. As a student of an acting school, I love the action in film, and good job changing the act, setting and editing it. I love your act also, I'm your biggest fan. Also thanks Tony Stark for joining the film. Marvel, I see no action films, only Marvel films like Deadpool, Iron Man, Spider-Man, and more. I hate Marvel haters, but I love Marvel. A bunch of dots. Thank you. P.S. Also, Marvel, my note to you is that please make more heroic films like this, and don't forget, love you, and I'm your biggest movie fan. Okay, I take it this guy liked the movie quite a bit. And this came out about a month ago, so I guess he ended up seeing the movie somehow, or he transported from an alternate dimension where this movie ended up coming out because the virus didn't happen. But, you know what? I think that was all just one really big run-on sentence there, but, you know, I appreciate the passion and the enthusiasm in there. So, I mean, now I'm just really excited for this movie now because Sammy over here is just giving it a glowing-ass review, so if this movie ends up not being good, I'm gonna be like, but Sammy said it was amazing, and he gave it a 5 out of 5. Why did you lie to me, Sammy? Okay, so another review here from Sophia. She also gives it 5 stars and says, I went through every review and every single one of them had given 5 stars. The movie hasn't even come out yet, but let me just say, I fully agree. Another 5 stars this film. Let's not lie, the trailer's already good enough to make fans poop our pants. I mean, I will admit the music in the first trailer did make things want to come out of my butt a little bit because of how good it was, but just the movie hasn't come out yet, the trailers look good and made us poop our pants. I don't know. Does this happen with you often, Sophia? Do you just poop yourself whenever you watch Marvel trailers? Because, I can't tell if that's a good thing or not. We're just gonna wrap things up with one more look at some reviews here, and we might as well talk about the one movie that pretty much everybody is waiting to finally get released. You know, it keeps shifting back and forth. We're supposed to get it next month, but then it keeps changing to the month after, and yeah, all this other stuff about international releases. I, of course, am talking about Tenet, Christopher Nolan's latest movie that we are all very, 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 very excited to see, and pretty sure will be the first new movie that we will all get to go see in an actual movie theater when actual movie theaters actually open back up, actually. Well, only 80% of people like this movie, so far it's the lowest ranking of all of them. Not a good sign. But it also has a 4.8 star rating. I'm starting to really notice a pattern here. So we just click on the first review here. Comes from a guy named Salmon. He gives it 4 stars. Says, spoilers. I watched this movie in a special screening. Plot: an underworld agency is specialized in manufacturing equipment whose Okay, no. I don't know how credible this guy is, but just on that really slight, minute chance he actually saw this movie and he's just gonna spoil it for everybody 1 to 2 months before the damn thing actually comes out, we're gonna skip it. If you want to go find it on your own, be my guest. Okay, so Supreme Latitude gives it 5 stars and says, absolute masterpiece. This film had me in tears the entire way, slowly because of its sheer magnificence. I am impressed with what Nolan achieved with a budget like that. This is breaking cinema industry. This film was amazing. Now, of course, he does give a lot of praise, which is nice and really good to know, even though he has no, he doesn't establish credibility with us, the readers, so we don't know if he actually saw the movie or what. And, it's like he doesn't really support his claims here, saying it was good, just like, why is it good? Performances, visuals, music, what? He says it's sheer magnificence, but what's so magnificent about it? This went from checking your grammar to giving you tips on how to review things. I'm probably like the least qualified person to do that, but you know what, it's my video and I'll do what I want. So then, Chitin Bandikar gives it 5 stars. Sir C. Nolan, that name itself is enough. Super outstanding, excellent film. Out of words, it's very much amazing. Job well done, brilliantly acted, direction, screenplay, deluxe, all 10 out of 10. Must watch. Screenplay, deluxe. You know what, when this movie actually comes out and I do a review of it, inevitably, I'm gonna make sure I incorporate that line in there somewhere. This movie had really excellent screenplay dialogues. I give it 5 stars. I'll pick up the Blu-ray in 3 months. So this review here looks particularly negative and it was posted 3 days ago and says, blew my mind. With how bad it was, geez, Nolan should find a new profession. The last good movie he made was Dunkirk. That was literally the last movie he made, so, I mean, if the movie is bad and his last good movie was Dunkirk, it's like, yeah, the movie he made previously was good, so, I mean, that's not really saying a whole lot, and also, I really don't believe that you saw the movies, so, yeah. So I think after exploring some of the reviews for these movies, we can deduce that there are a lot of people that are very much looking forward to these movies. They haven't seen them, but they know they're gonna love them, so they're just, giving them 5-star ratings. So I guess we'll all eventually see how well these movies stack up against these already released to Google reviews. So, yeah. Let's hope these words are quite true. So if you want to see some more videos from me, you can check out this playlist right over here. And if you want to see what YouTube recommends you watch from me next, you can check out that video right down there. And of course, subscribe if you live talking by movies. And we'll see you on the Brockopp side.